But no, I don't notice anything.
That's because we don't cook with stuff we do buy. Hold on.
I'm sure that when we get there, we'll actually find out, yeah?
Sure. We gotta bring those bags though. Extra bags.
Oh, for sure. Make them, actually put them to good use.
Yeah. Instead of just leaving them behind. Right. Let's go grab that stuff from the cooler.
All the stuff?
No. Have a few things with her during anime con. Should we get him a toy at Dollarama?
Yeah. Maybe a scratching post, I don't know.
That fish scratching post.
Oh, okay. Then yeah. It'd be a good idea, really.
Loki!
Hey! Oh, shit.
I didn't mean anything enough to not distract that coffee. Down. Either get up or get down.
Loki, get up or get down. Good job. Good job, cat.
It was so bad. He couldn't jump high enough to get to the thing.
That's funny. Cat, you're so retarded, but I love you.
Ready for battle. Now that's some serious firepower.
Oh. Jeez.
Yeah, baby. Crow team owns.
back here anymore. What the heck? Oh, there is.
Groovy. Yeah, it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. Yeah, baby! Oh, yourself! Uh-oh. I'm over here, you stupid headless freaks. Phew.
Hey Liam, how you doing, buddy? Checking out this Xbox map set port. As I'm sniffling and sneezing to my heart's content. Ooh. Oh, no worries. My videos will always be up if you want to rewatch them. That's fine. I just stream just to mainly share my experiences and just hang out. I'm not going to be offended if you don't make it. like it's in the way sometimes. Sometimes you can be tired, you need a break. It's really nice of you to hang out though. I appreciate it. I'm just doing a quick little thing. I'm gonna go shopping later. Figured start the day off with some serious Sam. And a good old cup of coffee. Both actually. There's a bunch of forest fires up here in Canada, and there's so much smoke. And of course, I thought the smoke would have went away after like 5 days, so I had my window open, mainly for my cat, so he just let me sleep. He was jumping around the bed, but this time I'm probably gonna leave him in his cage. This time. But yeah, of course I'm allergic to cats, but I have them sleeping in my room. You know, that's a smart idea, right? I love the little guy, but I wish I wasn't allergic to him. Doom Eternal though, I'm so excited. I'm actually almost tempted to make a Doom 2016 class for Simply Hard. Oh wow, another Canadian. My friend used to live right in Nova Scotia. Scotia? Nova Scotia. Oh wow, this map is blue. That's a nice change, okay. This is definitely, the mod is actually working, but I'm not sure if you heard a guy named Brayton Chappell. Him and I used to do music together, but unfortunately, he is now a dad. Now he's too busy to do music stuff, and he's lost his computer. So my music projects are over with at the moment until he returns. But I don't think he's going to. Like him and I like catch up once in a while, but I don't think he has a interest in music. But yeah, around here, because I live in Edmonton, Alberta, but like, the issue is all the fires from BC, and there's even some fires around Calgary. It's like really bad. I looked outside this morning at 6 and the sky was like really, really orange. It's cloudy, it's overcast. So the intensity of the smoke is a little oh, what the heck? They're like way up there. I'm gonna die. I love Doom 2016, but the issue with that game is it seems like it just a lot of downtime to guide you in between arenas. Like it's turning into an arena shooter, and that's taking the arena shooter name out of context when that's supposed to be for multiplayer games, I imagine. Mostly, anyway. Unless you're playing like Nazi zombies from the COD games. But that's kind of why I like SnapMap, but the engine feels way different from the single-player versions. And obviously there's missing some weapons and enemies, which I didn't like. I don't think SnapMap is returning. It wasn't a horrible addition. The things that people managed to do with it was really impressive. Yeah, this summer is actually really bad for forest fires. It's horrible. But in terms of Doom 2016, like I did notice Doom Eternal still had those arenas, but I'm going to assume with the, especially with the Phobos example, looks like there's not as many lockdown situations. It looks like it's going to be a more streamlined thing, experience in a way. Like there's a lot more enemies on screen. It's not just limited to 12. Because that's the drawback to Doom 2016 was, just because of the consoles, they could only handle 12 enemies on screen at any time. And because of Snap Map, Doom 2016 was limited because they wanted cross-platform play with the Snap Map. Oh, for sure. Could you imagine if, like, I know this is never gonna happen, but like if they took something like GZ Doom, or just even the regular Doom Builder 2 without the GZ Doom features, if you could make like the layouts and whatnot, like the top-down layouts in Builder, and then just add whatever you want, like brushes in 3D mode, that'd be like, oh. I reckon that won't happen though. That's wishing big, but if that was a thing, I'd just go ham. I do like some of the weapons though for Doom Eternal. I'm kind of disappointed they're replacing the Gauss Cannon. That was my favorite weapon for 2016. I don't know how the chain gun looks. The heavy assault rifle looks okay, I guess. It looks better than the 2016 one. And speaking of the 2016 rifle, you probably noticed I'm using a Uzi instead. Because the modder, or the person who recorded the weapons pack, unfortunately attached bullet tracers to the model, to a phone or something, and it looks really weird. Especially when you go in third person, you see like 2 bullet tracers. I wouldn't mind seeing like some sort of force like before hell takes over, because we got left off with a cliffhanger, and it makes me wonder, because you got the Crucible back from Hayden, like what happened to Hayden? And the one thing I really liked about Doom 2016 was cutscenes were mostly like Half-Life based, where they never did the third-person thing. But after playing Doom 2016 like so many times, the scripted sequences got really annoying. Like, you know, I gotta wait for this switch. Like best example would probably be level 2, when you gotta sit there and get your first upgrade from Samuel Hayden. That sequence took a lot longer than it needed to. Excuse me. What is this? I see dude in here.
Huh?
Oh wow. I thought about trying the game again. Of course later. I can't do that right now. But I do eventually want to try and complete Doom 2016 on Ultra Nightmare. I got really close. I think I got up to the Cyber Demon fight and then I just died to some bullshit hit and dodge. like basically the cyber demon used a Gauss cannon laser that glitched. So he wasn't even aiming it at me, and his laser beam came out of his crotch when he wasn't even doing things. So the game bugged out on me and just killed me in a very cheap manner. And I was tilted. Wasn't happy. I mean, I've tried multiple times since then, but they weren't as successful. And of course, my attempt wasn't.
Now that's some serious
Tried for a
firepower.
very long time since then. I mean, I could do Ultra Nightmare, because I've actually beaten all the levels in arcade mode on Ultra Nightmare in one life. I could do it, but it's just, you gotta do that marathon run. And another situation I've had with Ultra Nightmare is, I'm not sure if they patched out or not, but sometimes, like, when you go to level 3, the game will actually bug out and think that you've skipped levels, or loaded a save when you shouldn't have. And it'll actually spawn you in lava on purposely because it thinks you're cheating, or you enabled God mode. Because if you enable the dev console at all, the game kills you if you're in Ultra Nightmare mode. Which, clearly, I don't use cheats in 2016. Because I'd rather get my achievements and get them done, because games that I really care for, I usually try and get the achievements for. And there's not many games I'll actually go on an achievement hunt. So 2016 has really killed my ambitions to try and do Ultra Nightmare mode. You don't even get anything for doing it, but just for bragging rights and, you know, it's the fact that I don't want the game to beat me. That's something I really want to do. I'm no player 0, that's for sure. That guy is insane. He can, like, he's beaten the entire game on Ultra Nightmare and whatnot with just pistol only. It's like, how do you even? I love the 2016 pistol bed. I'm not that dedicated to, like, sit there for one full playthrough and not die. Like, what concerns me is how does he fight the cyber demon? Because he usually use the BFG to cheat the or cancels Gauss attack.
This looks like the master control board, but there's no power. All you need is power? Yeah, the one that's compatible with all the
Yeah, no worries. D4T, or like Death Foretold, is actually a Zandrono compatible thing, and Doom for Doom is actually a thing that's just strictly meant for GZ Doom. So yeah, I'll certainly next stream, I promise you, I'll do a good old fashioned Doom for Doom. I think the last version I played was still with the Marine hands and not the Doomslayer hands. And I think it was using like the older kind of sprites for the shotguns and whatnot. Like it wasn't even animated properly, it was just like a stiff animation. I just kind of went backwards on the screen. So next time I'll definitely do a Doom for Doom stream for you. Hey, the only one. Brini? How do you spell that? Sorry if I butchered your name. I don't know how to spell or say that. Granny. Sorry for the sniffles. A little bit of allergy going on. Oh, wow. I was actually making a cyberpunk map, actually. I'm not sure if you played a map set back in the Skulltag days called Cybercrime 3. I love cyberpunk stuff. And the old 80s map sets. If you actually... I made like a VR mission. It was kind of making fun of Metal Gear's training missions. If you actually look up in my videos somewhere, it's like a map in progress of VR training or something. Or VR missions. It was supposed to be for my map set. I'm still planning on using it, but I have to get series done first before I even get that done. What I might do is actually use the training mission prior. Like when you get to series, I might have them just like train you when you get to series. Oh wow. I actually really do like the vanilla hands actually. I don't hate the Doom Slayer hands. I just prefer the good old classics. I'm not saying I don't like change. I do. I just kind of figured like the classic Marine hands kind of fit better with the game. I say that yet I'm playing mods. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, baby!
Any maps that you want me to try Doom for Doom with? I might play that map set I was trying to last time. Oh, for sure. I'm honestly thinking on changing Simply Hard to be a little faster, like how Doom for Doom is. But I also might have it in a way that you can actually change out your weapons, like have multiple pistols that randomly spawn around the world. And you can level up your weapons, like proficiencies of course. Maybe get some mods for it. Because the regular Simply Hard has the gold weapon upgrade tokens, which I'm still gonna have. Leveling up will just increase your crit chance if you get the gold versions. Well, game, are you even trying? Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I have a good map set to play them. I might try that one I was trying with earlier with Titan, but unfortunately Titan makes everything way too difficult. Because I don't think I didn't realize that the Titan weapons actually felt really nerfed. Like the shotgun, for example, it wasn't hitting anything. I think the only real strong weapon was probably the pistol, but that used your cell ammo. Or, no. That's incorrect, it uses your chain gun ammo. But still, besides the point, the weapon itself was actually kind of garbage. The shotguns, I mean. Oh hi, there's a clear there. I'm sure we'll find something interesting to play. But when I saw this on Steam Workshop last night, I really wanted to check it out. See what the Xbox maps are like. Because I've always played the PC versions, and I've seen the frame rater go over the Xbox version. And he praised that the Xbox maps are like the superior way to play the game. So I was kind of jealous of the way that he gets to play those, and I get the Minnesota Sunshine. And this came out of nowhere. It's like, so I heard you want the Xbox version. It's kind of ironic that the console ports of some games, like Quake 2 for instance, gets better maps than the PC releases. Like, Quake 2 for the N64 pretty much had its own exclusive campaign that the PC players never got to play. Oh, for sure. Usually when I play with weapon mods, I usually don't use any I don't usually include any mod that changes the enemies because most mods are incompatible. Got me. Excuse me. Very rude. I have no idea how I'm even landing these shots. I have like no crosshair here. I'm just kind of guessing where the center of my screen is. Managed to do it. Oh, hi. Doesn't help the rocket launcher doesn't look like it's centered properly. one thing that really perturbs me about the sprite weapons, though, for Doom was the rocket launcher animations looked really stiff. Well, they did at the time. I'm not sure how they look now. I imagine they fixed it. But when I first saw Doom for Doom or Death for Toll, basically the whole sprite would just go down to the corner of the screen. That was it. There's no rotating parts. Got to a point where it's like they might as well just take the sprites and just downscale them and kind of redraw them, but they didn't. It's drama. Speaking of. Switch fast enough. Game, please. A lot of hard work to get my armor back up, and I just completely fuck it up. This is probably going to sound silly earlier, but this is, anytime I hear the word fuck it up, I keep thinking of this one show, Paul's Drag Race or something.
Now that's
Stuck in my head,
serious firepower.
Oh, these projectiles are really slow.
This is getting serious.
Ah, okay, yeah. I noticed with Death Foretold is they also share ammo, and they're using the multiplayer weapon models, which I totally agree. It gets very cumbersome very quickly. Start tripping over the weapon that you need. Because some weapons have a very strict use. It's like they're giving you the option to use the lightning gun, but would you honestly use the lightning gun over, I don't know, the plasma rifle or the Gauss cannon? Like the lightning gun has really good DPS, but really poor range. And it has way too many drawbacks. And I'm usually a person who likes to min-max or have very good ammo efficiency. And for a gun that doesn't do that, no thanks. I usually stick to one weapon, like, think of it like minigun or the heavy assault rifle, for instance, for Doom 2016. In Snap Map they had their own ammunition, but in single player, once I grab the chain gun, I never ever use the assault rifle. Unless it's to take out the infinite distance. Because I find the DPS from the heavy assault rifle to be just vastly superior. goes all my armor. Good. Good. Didn't want it anyway. Oh, this is bad. The skull on it? It couldn't be the rocket launch, or couldn't be the skull on it. The only thing I know about that is there's like the hell rifle, or you know the one, the hell shot. What else was there? There's the lightning gun, there's a grenade launcher, there's a burst rifle, which I think is complete garbage. It's always been garbage. There's the one weapon that you have to constantly keep running, it's the static rifle, and then you got the sniper rifle, which is the vortex rifle, which the last two weapons I just mentioned use plasma ammunition rounds, which is, you know, not ideal. And then of course you got the handgun, which thankfully you can use the EMG Mark 4 or 5 shots, and they don't use ammunition, which is a nice improvement, so you can switch between two. The red pistol basically fires slower, but it has more of a punch to it. It doesn't charge very quickly, if I recall, while the blue one is more of a spam, try and stun the zombie men kind of thing. That's what I found anyway. What weapon with the skull on it? I'm not sure exactly what that weapon was. Because I didn't care too much for the multiplayer aspect. I think it might have been a new weapon unlock that I never even used. I think it might have been from the latest DLC for Doom 2016, but I never got to see it. So it'll be some arcane or argent weapon. That'd be my guess. Because I do know that there's like a supposedly a blue weapon that you get, but again, I've never seen it. Stick around long enough. Well, I didn't actually mind the burst rifle's model. Like, the burst rifle, it looks cool, but it's just really underwhelming. Unfortunately. I think the only thing that's kind of redeeming about it was its aim down sight shot. It fires like a slug round that does triple the amount of damage, but still. The negatives outweigh the positives, that's for sure. Wait, did I get all the secrets? Like, I'm still surprised they didn't even buff that weapon, because I've used the burst rifle at least once in the closed alpha, when only a select few was able to play the game. I missed out on the first one, of course, but I got like... No, I didn't. I was able to get in somehow. But still, I think Gosmer lent me his account. I was just going crazy with the closed alpha, but it was very laggy, not optimized. It was a mess. Oh, why is the floor so slippery? Wow, is that necessary, guys? Oh, the floors are reflective too. Neat. Oh wow, this is awful. Why would you do this? I didn't hate the burst fire mechanic, but the aim down sight thing was kind of... It made me raise an eyebrow and go, where are you going with this? I do like the ammo counter on the back of it, but what I honestly would have preferred is... I kind of wish they used the burst rifle model over the heavy assault rifle, because the heavy assault rifle just looks too... to me. If that makes sense. Because the model for the burst rifle looks pretty sleek. It's a very narrow design, and I like the look of it. But just unfortunately, the weapon is, well, underwhelming to say the least. In some snap map scenarios, you can actually buff the weapon itself, so it's not horrible when you do it that way, but still. When I ended up doing in my little snap map test map there, I was using like the burst rifle as basically your basic pistol weapon that you eventually replace when you get the chain gun. Buck says I missed a statue, and then I'm gonna not be able to see it. I'm gonna be mad with myself. At least my allergy meds are kicking in. My nose isn't on the run anymore. Yeah, the new heavy assault rifle actually looks legit. I love it. Now, something about the heavy assault rifle, just maybe it's the bar at the end of the weapon or something like that, but I don't know. It's a glorified tissue box for all I care right now, the 2016 rifle. The new one looks old. More of that, please. Excuse me, Clear. You're not supposed to be doing that. You didn't leap. I'll save my armor. Actually, what? No. Let's grab it now.
Come on, you ugly freaks!
Good. That's not how you avoid damage fiend. Wow, I just took like all
Seriously,
the damage.
is that the best you can do? Uh-oh.
I love the new shotgun model though. The new shotgun and super shotgun. Oh, the Slayer shotgun looks amazing. Like the meat hook underneath looks is a nice added touch. Even without it, the gun still looks really cool. And I like the original super shotgun, but the new one looks rather fancy. I am going to miss the 2016 shotgun though. I really did like this shotgun model, but you know what? I can't argue with the new one because the new one looks. Hey, so that is this. That is the secret. Well, that's different. I was kind of expecting the. Oh. Oh, that lets you go back. Ooh. I tried using that before and it didn't work last time. What the heck? What the heck? Where's this light from? Interesting. So I've got a bit of a sore throat, so that's always fun, right? Oh wow. Blammo. Oh, this might make that one level a lot easier too, with the use of the chainsaw. How I'm not dead, I have no idea. Yeah. Of course, I'm kind of nitpicky with it when it comes to the music. I prefer the original stuff, like, you know how the original Doom music was by Bobby Prince and whatnot, which is inspired by the late 80s music, but you know what? I'm not going to complain. Because the 2016 soundtrack did eventually grow on me. Some of them are like hit or miss with me. It's just, really? Come on. Jump pad, please. Perfect here. No, I want the treasures. Fine, I don't want the treasure. God. Fuck it. Fuck it. And they called him the Doomslayer. I think other than the Doomslayer, Duke Nukem, and whatnot, I think I also like Serious Sam Stone. He amuses me. Okay, so I guess I am doing the secret level. No minigun though. I might get an early plasma gun though, hopefully. Or minigun. Oh, right. My machine gun ammo gets cut in half for reasons unknown. No! I'm not actually a huge multiplayer fanatic either. When it comes to Quake 1, I love the single player stuff. Like, for me, it's either single player or co-op. I usually prefer co-op, especially if you have limited lives and whatnot. Like, I think Skulltag handled it best, honestly, where everyone has a set amount of lives that you can set. Unfortunately, you can't really earn those lives. So in Simply Hard, I made a makeshift system for that, like a res. So if you were to take a hit that would normally kill you, it would get you back up. Game, can you like calm down with the reptiloids, please? Thanks. Like, if people love multiplayer, you know, hats off to them. Right on. I think the only multiplayer game I've really engrossed my time in was probably Overwatch. You know how silly and diverse the game is. That's probably the only example. But Overwatch lately has been its events are starting to really not impress me. Like, hey, new skins, but you know, I want to see more maps and stuff like that. And they said, oh, hey, you're getting a new map, and I was excited for that. But when I saw the new map, it was just a reskin for Lucio Ball. Like, really? Come on, guys. It was majorly disappointing. Like, I'll do my Lucio Ball placements, but I don't think I'm touching the game mode ever. It's like a first-person Rocket League if you really think about it. Ow. I miss Battlefront, honestly. And I used to play... Wait, is that the thing I'm thinking of? Probably not. remember playing a lot of Quake 3 back in the day with a bunch of mods like Jailbreak and whatnot. Oh. Played with a couple friends. Freeze Tag was another fun one. Oh, okay, yeah. I might have not played it then. I think I might have been one of the unfortunate individuals that missed out. Chainsaw OP? I think so. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot. That was actually a trap. I can see why the chainsaw was never included in the first game. Just kind of breaks the balance. No sniper rifle though, which I'm actually kind of surprised about. There's the dogs. Every time I see these marsh hoppers, I just think of that one remix that someone did for Alex Jones. Oh, like the devils of the water, they're the freaking frogs, okay? From one of the Markiplier videos. Nice. Well, how often do you go to concerts though? That's the thing. Ears, it's normal for your ears to ring. Especially if you're in the front. Like right in the front. Crank the music loud. I got hypersensitive ears, so I couldn't probably handle that. Although I would really love to. Maybe not metal though. Like I like me some metal, but I think the guitars would just melt my ears, because guitars can be really quite loud. I don't think Blumo 6 is ever going to come to Canada. Ever. Oops. Ah! Lens flares, stop! I can't see! Oh wow. The is actually open. I'm surprised. Because usually the game locks you. Couldn't wait to lock you behind. I'm sure the music is just loud enough anyway, so that you're even with earplugs you'll be able to hear it fine. So that's actually a really great idea. Gets me thinking if I'm ever dragged along to a heavy metal concert, I might bring earplugs myself. Nice. When it comes to me, I don't have a specific genre. I love or hate. I listen to any music. Well, except for rap or hip hop or I think what else? Country. Some country is okay, but most of it is just really depressing. My next door neighbor came over and shot my dog. My wife left me. You know, that kind of shit. Just like, oh man. Oh, thank you. Oh, game, please. Relax. I'm not sure if I've heard of them. I don't think I have. If I have to ask that question, I don't think I've heard of them. My music library has been very limited. Usually I'm more focused on video games, unfortunately. So I just listen to video game music. There's a funny thing that video game music. If you studies show that if you're doing work like some sort of project and you listen to video game music, apparently it keeps you more focused on the task because it has no lyrics. Because music with lyrics, you start focusing on what the lyrics are actually saying versus what you're supposed to be focusing on. Like let's say homework, for instance, or if I'm making a map. In some situations, I mean. I'll have to give them a listen at some point. Game, don't spawn the fish. I said don't spawn the fish. Ah! Oh, good. It's the downside of replacing the Tommy gun with a weapon where you have to reload. I know I gave the Uzi double damage, but if you call with your pants down, you're up shit creek. Nice. Sounds like a roaring good time then. I'll probably give him a good old listen. Excuse me, game. What? No, you can stay down there and drown. Yeah. I think I still get points for it. Yep. So here's a cheeky little secret that some people don't know of. Because if you go there, you'll have to fight the Harpies and the Reptilian Highlander. Okay, this map. I hate this map. This is the one with the horde, the Marsh Hopper horde. And there's a couple attempts at redoing the thing, which a lot of it is hit and miss. Sometimes they'll add like different enemies in there, like arachnoids, which is really annoying, or sometimes Reptilian Highlanders, biomechs, biomech miners, I mean. Ooh, minigun rounds. Until these are the SMG ones. The SMG ones are kind of angry. At least the minigun rounds will be separated from the Uzi, so... I hate weapons that shoot ammo. Shotguns are one thing, but... still... I did play Brutal Doom for a bit, and then I eventually stopped liking it. It's mainly the monsters that's pretty much did it for me. And the, because I think I played version 16, 17, and tried 18, and I'm not sure what they did, but they used to use this other zombie scream that was just really obnoxiously loud, and I hated it. And they reverted it back to the zombie screams. I think they still use the scream once in a while. And the voice clips that they added for the Marine were just really loud. It was even voice clipping or clipping the mic. Hated it. I'm not sure, like, the enemy behavior too was needlessly aggressive. Like, the imps always jumping at you. Like, a lot of the maps, the balance is pretty broken. I've actually tried the latest build, a little bit of it anyway. I do want to do Extermination Day, but I kind of want to do it without Brutal Doom, but I don't think that's a choice. don't think that's an option. I think they're trying to force you to do it because apparently, from my understanding, from what I've heard from other people, if you try and load Extermination Day or no, what mod was it now? I can't remember what it was. I think it was it might have been Hell on Earth Starter Pack, because if you load it with Brutal Doom Black Edition, or any other version that's not the vanilla Brutal Doom, the guy added some malicious console command codes to the Zandronum version of the game. Like it would rebind your controls and really malicious stuff. And people call them out on it. It's like, oh, it's just a joke. That's just what I've heard. Whether that's actually true or not, it's just yet to be seen on my personal experience. But that's just, it's been known that he's done that, supposedly. Trina lets me know about that too. I think Strikerman 780 has also said something about that. It's like when you're gonna go and do that, man, like, oh, that's dirty. That's just wrong. Project Brutality. Oh, yeah. A lot of mods do that though. It's like they'll build off of it, and any new features that they see, they'll just, like if Sergeant Mark 4 does his dev diaries or something, they'll just incorporate it in their own mod. I just don't care for any of those other mods, honestly. I ain't got time for it. I'm trying to handle this incorrectly. Then again, I'm surprised I didn't get hit yet. I reckon that's about to change. Oh, yep. Well, if you actually go into your thing, you can probably just delete your INI file, and it'll actually remove those binds and send it back to default, so get a clean install of Easy Doom, or Zandronum, I should say. So that's pretty malicious. It's still. But one thing I do not like about the Brutal Doom community is I was making one map set at one point. I was showcasing it, and someone attacked my friend that was helping me tri-beam. And they said, you better have Brutal Doom support or your mod is doomed to fail. Like, he's just saying, hey, it better be... Like, something like a threat, in a way. Like, it better be Zen or Brutal Doom compatible. Like as if we're not allowed to do our own thing. We have to just please this one guy. It's like, wow, man. Don't even let me make my own maps then. Something I've wanted to do out of a pure hobby and whatnot. It's as if someone took your Viking mod, right? And they decided to add Star Wars weapons in it and just completely changed behavior. Like, that's a good example. Like, they took your Viking mod and just put it on its head and just completely ruined your vision. From my understanding, if I'm understanding Project Brutality properly, is they have a lot of weapons, and I think Complex Doom. Oh, that's a mod I absolutely despise. I used to help Ariel at one point work on Hard Doom, and there's a lot of stolen stolen content from Hard Doom incorporated into that mod. And Taco Demon, I think that's the guy that's working on it, complained, like anyone who made a mod for Complex Doom, he got upset about, but it was perfectly okay for him to steal things from Hard Doom. Like, really? But yeah, any mod that just goes overkill with the weapon roster, just oh. Too much for you to get a hold of. Like, I don't mind if they add weapons, but make them like in their own slot or something.
All right. Who wants some?
So this is probably the easiest way of handling this, because they gave me the chainsaw. Challenge removed. Like, I've been barely able to handle the regular fight. I can't imagine it on mental difficulty. Well, that's the thing, like, if you're gonna make a map set, do what you want to do. Like, you have to envision it in a certain way. My Metroid project, I'm kind of making it vanilla compatible because people want me to do the Samus thing, like add the arm cannon and whatnot. But that's the thing. If I do that, it'll kill replayability because everyone expects to be able to use the monster thing. But I'm holding off because if I do get a proper working arm cannon, like I'm talking like the model and whatnot, then I'll go that way. But until then, I'm just gonna use my own set of weapons. If not my weapons, then maybe some others. Like, I'll have mod compatibility, of course, but some enemies will have to be custom. So in that case, when you do run into the lower north or in the Metroid mod, you won't be able to glory kill probably the enemies. Down there, there will be like custom elemental enemies that can fire damage and whatnot. Oh wow, serious bomb? feeling okay video game? Oh wow, that was a good grenade. What the hell? Oh! My armor! No! So far, I'm kind of not noticing much of a difference now in terms of the Xbox campaign. That'd be kind of neat though, like, oh, like don't get me wrong, I've been there too, but if I get over ambitious, I get overwhelmed, and then I start procrastinating. So, I want to at least get my series Asteroid Space Colony map done. Like, I used to, like in my Doom 64 stream, I used to like just pump out maps like non-stop.
Here comes trouble.
And now I can barely like finish a room or two. But mind you, I'm kind of just going a little overkill when it comes to the map stuff. I've been slowing right down to make sure that the detail is okay. I've been going overkill, make sure the lighting is okay. What I should be doing is just doing like basic detailing and let the textures work to do the detail. Like the way I'm going about it is completely ass backwards to how I used to do. I used to like kind of just like as long as the layout, I used to think about gameplay first, then details second. Now it's kind of like I'm trying to make sure both is good. But a lot of people are just going to be blazing down the hallways. They're not going to be focusing on the walls and a little nitty gritty. But it's still nice touch though when people do stop and have a look at your map. Like last stream, I think I might have spent an hour or two just working on this one hallway in one room, and that should have never taken me as long as it did. Like the 6 hours for the landing site, that's understandable, because a lot of it was just, what do I want to do, and I'm just like thinking of ideas and adjusting it correctly. But mind you, that's kind of an OCD thing right there. I don't like leaving it like half finished. It has to be perfect. You know what? I'll just grab this. I think I'm gonna get the plasma gun soon, actually. Plasma. I do love me a minigun though. Yeah, this is one of the multiplayer weapons you probably noticed in Death Foretold. I actually didn't mind the grenade launcher, truthfully. Because it served its purpose as an area denial. Isn't this the thing that the game kind of forces you to take things that you don't want to take? I think it is. Yeah. Oh. That's not good. Oh, that's not good. I'm dead. I am so dead. Ah. God, I can't see with all the smoke. I will admit, even though the grenade launcher loses damage, its fire rate is pretty nice. Some weapon, somebody. Hi! What's up? The poor cat thought the food was going to get up and run away from him. His separation issues, that cat, especially went out to go get the food, and he's like, "Oh, he's leaving me forever." She comes in, "Oh God, where have you been? It's been hours." Oh God. Yeah, that sky is really orange, eh? At 6 in the morning? Not sure for yourself. It was like a weird phenomenon. It's like the neighbor's house is burning down or something. Oh hey, Black Light, yeah. The grenade launcher is pretty nice. For sure. I really like the grenade launcher actually. It's a very nice model. I might actually use the serious bomb actually, because I'm probably gonna lose it next map. In a second. Let's get all the enemies to spawn. There we go. Oh, thanks, Blacklight. Hopefully, hopefully your day goes well, too. Goes well as well. I can't speak today, I'm sorry. Like in English very well. I might just go this way. I'm gonna just grab the secret. Thanks for stopping by. I'm probably gonna do some Doom for Doom later. Like today after we do our shopping, maybe. I was just doing a quick morning stream for some serious sounds. That was nasty. There's a whole lot of waft. That one was for tea. I didn't put it away because I'm a bum. I'm sorry. I'll do the dishes. Relax. I swear that was just for the toilet paper, but still, you're right. I don't want Loki playing in there again. No! Ow! I had enough with that experience. Never again. Hey Max, how you doing, buddy? It's like probably like the brand name kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it because you were feeding them wet food or something?
Not again. Who's your daddy?
Nice. Nice. Good job. He didn't get sick. Apparently he was gassy, that's all I've heard. Cat logic. If he sees the bottom of the bowl, he's like, oh, I'm out of food. Usually what I do is move the pebbles around his bowl, and it's like, oh, there's poop here. Hi.
One scoop of this.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, for a second there, Max, I thought you said something, but no, I'm just crazy. I think when I'm done this level max, I think we'll end it there. You're taking off there? By the way, Blair, your coffee is amazing. I have to go with the peasant shit because it's, I don't know, excuses. But not anymore. It's like birthmark spots on his mouth. So just 2 meals a day and not 3? Okay. Because what we've been doing is giving them like breakfast, lunch, and supper.
It's like falling to the sides.
Not that bad, don't even.
I'm not even joking. You try to say it's not that bad, but it was. That's how come he's fat right now.
Well, when I was first feeding him, I didn't know how much to feed him, and then I started laying back when we started getting the new stuff.
Yeah!
Yeah, for sure. I would love Pinkies to replace the players. And Max, no, that's just my friends. My roomies. Since it's a new place and my friends get to hang out. Which is amazing actually. I love it here. My girlfriend isn't gonna be here for a while. She's still got hospital shit. She's got like supposedly a tumor to deal with. Air quotes. Emily and I just, Emily's been doing a lot better though. Her and I have been playing Overwatch again. She's been feeling a lot better. She's not in as much pain, supposedly. Hey Max, later, got any map set to recommend me? That's not Dark and Tomb, or not Dark and Tomb. What was it? Heretic 2 or whatever it was? Hectic 2? I don't even remember what that map set was. That bad, but we'll play some Doom for Doom for a guy. I think Liam asked me to play some Doom for Doom later. But I need a map set to play it with. If you have any suggestions, I'll do that. Remember on my stream, probably like bigger. He's doing the fiend thing that stays up all night, except I didn't this time. Harrian. I hated that map set. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.